Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest stories. We start with the issue of new signings registration, as it has been reported that Captain Sergio Busquets is open to reducing his salary to help the club. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then, secondly, talking about Nico Gonzalez, it has been reported that Valencia and FC Barcelona have reached an agreement for the loan of Nico Gonzalez this summer. We are also going to be discussing on that report. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. As we close in on the start of the new season, FC Barcelona are facing several challenges from a financial perspective. Despite the positive summer transfer window, the club have bloated wage expenses and must reduce the player salaries or even sell the key players. If they are to make way for the new signings, including Robert Lewandowski, they must do just that. Barcelona have already attempted to lower the wage bill by holding talks with Gerard Piqué. The veteran defender has been asked to take a significant pay cut, as it would greatly help the club in the short run. According to a report from Mundo Deportivo, Piqué is not the only veteran in contention to take up a large salary cut, as he could be followed by Sergio Busquets. Barcelona officials had held a meeting with Busquets on Monday, informing the midfielder of the club's financial shortcomings. While Busquets was apprehensive about taking another pay cut earlier in the summer, it appears the veteran is now willing to help Barcelona in any way he can, and that includes a drastic salary cut. Regarded as the most experienced player in the Barcelona camp, the player owns a fortune of salaries, but as the leader of the team, he is willing to accept the lower terms, especially given the fact that Barcelona are not in a position to register the new signings just yet. The Catalans are confident they can tie Busquets down to a lower deal. If they can repeat the feat of Piqué, the club will be able to free up a significant wage budget without even offloading Frenkie de Jong at the end. But how much Barcelona expect the two to give up remains to be seen. It has been a major cause of concern when it comes to registering the new players that we have signed. Of course, we know how active we have been in this summer transfer window, signing some incredible talents in the squad, 5 top-class players. But now to register those players have been an issue. It has not been an easy thing. La Liga salary cap rules have not been easy on Barcelona, because we quite remember when Barca submitted their first file to La Liga, thinking that La Liga would just approve it and say, okay, you guys are good to go to register your new players. But they were shocked to see La Liga replying to them saying that Barcelona still have a huge deficit on their wage book and they need to offload players or bring more funds in order to have that room on the wage bill. So there have been a huge problem when it comes to registering these players lately, to the extent now that Barca are considering further pay cuts to these veterans. This is not the first time we've been talking about Barca going to their veterans and asking them to take a large cut in order for them to register new players. We quite remember last season when Memphis Depay came and some other few players, Barca had to ask the veterans to voluntarily reduce their wages so that at least Barca can have room, they can be able to register the new players. And the same thing is repeating itself again. So for the love of the club, from what we are getting, Busquets, Piqué, they are open to a salary cut. They are trying to help their boyhood club to the best way that they can. And, let's see how it goes. Because normally we know there are a variety of ways Barca can make the player registration possible. I've been talking about Barca considering a fourth economic lever. After selling the third economic lever, which was 24.5% of Barca studios that bring about 100 million euros to the club's coffers, the fourth economic lever is just the same thing, the same 24.5% of Barca studios with 100 million euros expected. But so far, nothing has been said about that fourth lever. So we don't know if the fourth lever finally will be activated or it won't be activated. But Barca are trying to look at other means, but I think the foreign economic lever will be the last option that they might consider as it stands, because we also have player sales, player departures that can bring in something. And among the players that we know they are surplus to requirements, people like Samuel Umtiti, people like Memphis Depay are the two most talked about players who Barca want to sell, because they know those players, they can bring in some huge amount of money that can free up room on our wage bill so that we can register our new signings. But definitely we know Frankie de Jong especially will be the most difficult player to leave as it stands. So I don't think Barca should be even putting their hopes on that departure, because it is unlikely to work out anytime soon. But there are players like Umtiti, players like Martin Braithwaite who needs to depart. But even though their move might just be for free, Barca might not consider it a big deal offloading them, because it won't really have that great impact in Barca's wage bill to register the new signings. So let's see how things are going to look like in the days to come. Of course, with Busquets opening for a salary cut alongside Gerard Piqué, it's going to be a good initiative. Then on to the next story of discussion. Nico Gonzalez is among one of the most talented midfielders to come out of La Masia in recent years. The 20-year-old came through Barcelona B as a defensive midfielder, but was eventually deployed as a free number 8 given his ball-carrying abilities. However, it seems his future at the club is not locked down. Hector Gomez has reported that Barcelona and Valencia have closed an agreement for the loan of Nico. The Spaniard pushing for an exit has more than open to joining a La Liga side. Barcelona's idea was to have Nico in the first team this coming season, but the player is seeking more game time. Ideally, he would have received an ample amount of minutes, but with Frankie de Jong and Miralem Pjanic's reported continuity, that might have changed. Xavi spoke to the player during pre-season as well, convincing him to stay. However, Nico has been firm on his decision, and Fernando Polo reports that the manager has eventually given his green light for his exit. Xavi believes Pjanic, to be a more natural replacement for Sergio Busquets in the defensive midfield position, and the Bosnian has already agreed to a salary cut to stay at the club. Therefore, it seems he is bound to the club at least until the winter transfer window. Nico has already spoken to Valencia manager Gennaro Gattuso, who has guaranteed him a starting role accompanying a ton of minutes. And while Barcelona approve, they have placed a condition on his departure. Nico's contract ends in the summer of 2024, but the club wants him to renew until 2025 before he joins Valencia. That safeguards his signature for Barcelona, as they will not be forced to sell him at a slashed price, if it indeed comes to that. As for the player, it will give him more security and definitely some added time to pursue success in the Catalan capital. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.